shit. I don't think I put the stream assets folder back. Yeah, this I can close. Fuck, I knew I was missing something. Okay, I guess it was something I had on there. I don't even know, to be honest. Oh, I know what it was. It was a fucking it was the image I had from when I did the Doom Eternal stream, which I actually did make a separate video showing that bit, but I guess people are ass mad about it, so whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna do my login shit, and then I'll do some Xenoverse 2, I guess. I don't know what the hell to feel like doing right now. I'm just gonna try to take it a little easy, I guess. Might as well kill some time while I do this. Because I'm on the wrong... No, I don't. No, I'm not. Oh, wait. So yeah, I'll just do this, I guess. So apparently Lime 3DS got an update on the Google Store, and for whatever reason, it just made the 3DS games I have not work, so I said fuck it. I just went on GitHub and downloaded that because I'm not about to deal with some bullshit. So that's nice. I'm not entirely too sure what that's about, but whatever. Alright, let me go to settings. Make sure the sounds are properly set. Fuck. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'm not really playing it right now anyway. Alright, this is still going, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Guess I'll go ahead and charge the phone. So yeah, I noticed there was some artwork in Xenoverse 2 that I actually wanted to get. So that's why I'm actually going to be farming metals. Though I'm actually going to try to do that one fight with Janemba, I think, since I kind of got a knack for it. You know, and maybe to speed up the process by just a little bit. Excuse me. Fuck. Oh well, whatever. So yeah, I finally got around to uploading a rant that I did about the Sonic Invincible shit, which is just really fucking dumb, honestly. Like, there's just so much worse that people are gonna focus their energy on that. It's probably outdated as fuck, though, considering that the issue was, like, probably not really talked about that much now at this point, but I really did wanted to add something to it, and I don't think anyone was really talking about it. That, or I did not find anything of the sort. But I did see a post from Imgur that actually had some pretty interesting context. And apparently this series is quite old. Came out in 2014. So I guess it just proves how decently written it was, I guess. So yeah, it just basically goes to show that, wow, even women can be rapists. Huh, who would have thought? I'm not sure if the character in question is just poorly written or whatever, but if the dude who also made The Walking Dead is anything to go by, I'm sure it at least has some class of it. Oh shit. Let's see newest. LMAO, what is this Wattpad nonsense? Of course. But yeah, it seems to be pretty serious. Oh shit. Yes, we're finally here for Wendy's chili. Alright, let me stop fucking around and actually get right into it. Sorry to keep you waiting, I was just reading up about the Invincible part when I just did that rant talking about the whole Sonic fandom getting pissed off over the artwork I mentioned on the Discord a while ago. I've been fairly busy, unfortunately. So you have to excuse the tardiness. But hopefully your day is going well. Honestly, good question. Like, I've even been seeing people get pissed off at Sonic Superstars because it's a long game and a hard game, overpriced, and the bosses are hard or whatever. I probably might play that after, because I really want to see the end of the so-called hard mode that's in the game. I've actually been enjoying the new character, Trip. The Sun Gaze, I think it's called. I don't think she's really been anything else. And despite of the fact, it just makes me wish that, wow, we should have more characters from Archie and IDW implemented in the 2D formula and maybe evolve into 3D. Now, that would be something I really like, but, you know, they have to have the gameplay evolve first. I mean, shit, even Chip can, like, climb on walls like it's the spider bomb, or I forget what it is, the ability from Metroid 2, and I think it was also Metroid Prime. Fair enough. I will, yeah, let me just turn off the voices, because the voices in this game are a little silly. And I don't think you can even mute that, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll play it safe, I guess. Oh wait, I don't even have to do that, because I can just use, fuck. Alright, let me just try something really quick. But I should mention I finally got to level 160. I haven't gotten around to doing the story missions yet. I've been pretty busy. And since I've been basically power leveling, I didn't want to completely drain myself out of this, though I have been honestly trying to get into Red Dead Redemption because of Yuval. I actually watched it, and I'm honestly surprised the dude didn't really compare much, if at all, to Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It was actually a pretty level-headed video, if I'm going to be honest. And seems to make a lot of sense to me. And just pretty much feels like how I would feel about it. A game that might have a bit of a cool... might have some decent gameplay, but very neglectful in offline content. Which is kind of the problem with Sparking Zero. And unfortunately, the people who made it... I don't even know if Dimps worked on it. I know they worked on this, and surprisingly Street Fighter 5, but... oh well. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this wallpaper, and yes, that's Toa in her bikini outfit. And... who else did I see that actually wanted to buy? I think it was one or two I saw. I think there was one of, oh, here we go. Pan, because why not? And I think there's one other, but I think I technically already have it unlocked. I don't know how and why it was rushed to begin with. Like, people were legit waiting for, like, Budokai Tenkaichi 4, or whatever the hell it's called in Japan. I know it has something to do with, like, Zero in the name, but it's like, how can you rush Dark Souls or even other games of the sorts? It's kind of baffling, to be honest. And I'm going to customize. I think I have the, not customize, sorry. Artwork settings. I think I already have one of them, I think. I'm going to start using. And I don't have it. It's basically one with, what the fuck is her name? The Vidal, I think, in a swimsuit. Yes, there actually is an outfit for her, but you have to. It's part of the rotating shop that this game has. And unfortunately, it's pretty expensive. I'll just start off with Goku, I guess. I would just say get the PC version so you just get all the fear of missing out content that's in this game you can't even get anymore. I think really the dumbest thing, though, for Sparking Zero is that it not only wanted to please the online market, but it also wanted to try and balance itself when I don't think people went to Budokai Tenkaichi for balance, in that they wanted to play a cool Dragon Ball game and have plenty of reason to keep playing it beyond just the story or whatever. And that's really a big shame, honestly, considering that Toriyama's passing and whatnot, and yet we just get a game that's almost like every other game in existence, honestly. Oh, there's an update for the PS5? Is it gonna let people play Bloodborne at 60 frames per second at least? I highly doubt it. It's funny how Doom Eternal turned like 5 years old the other day, and then Bloodborne just turned 10 today. I get that people are frustrated with the game not being released on PC, but it's like there's so many other fucking games that never got released outside their platform. And I'm not even just like talking about arcade games or even games on PC that never saw the light on console or whatever. Like, there's so many endless possibilities, dude. Not trying to say their points are invalid. It's like people make such a big deal about Bloodborne of all games. It's kind of sad. I don't know which one is Xenoblue Soul, so I'll just check Android 18, I guess. I don't know if she has the bending Kamehameha, though. I highly doubt it. I guess I can use Super Destructo Disc, but it does use up more whatever, so... Whatever, I might as well just go with it, I guess. Oh. Alright, well, fuck it. Spend some to make some, I guess. I pretty much already reached max level anyway, so... It's not really much reason to, you know, have Goku there anymore. But anyway, did you also see that even, what's-his-face? The dude who made, Bayonetta and even Okami 3 is gonna be, is actually praising the new Assassin's Creed game? Like, there's no fucking way that's, like, actually real, I hope. And if so, that's just really fucked. But I like to think of it as if the dude who basically gave us Bayonetta and Okami, the people have no room to talk in people who actually like the DMC reboot or even Dead Rising 4. Personally speaking. And it's kind of retarded, honestly. Like, I'm not even really a big fan of Assassin's Creed. The only one I really played was Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, and I really hated the saving system in that game. I personally prefer Far Cry, but I know that 6 is just a piece of shit. I can tolerate 5 and a little bit of New Dawn, not New Dawn, the whatever one it was that like had the it was basically like a pseudo sequel, I guess. Kind of like how Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil was, except the story of Resurrection of Evil was actually better, and it actually concluded shit, and then just leave more questions on, like, New Dawn, I think it's called. Whereas, New Dawn just really shot in the fucking lore or whatever of the original game, which even then it was, I guess, kind of interesting if you just think about it. I don't think Android 18 has some form of formability, just gotta go with it, I guess. Like, all those years of people saying, oh, if you like Dead Rising 4, the DMC reboot, you're just a piece of shit. Well, even the man who gave you Bayonetta likes the new Assassin's Creed game, so I don't think anyone's anyone to talk anymore about liking shit that nobody likes. It's, Ubisoft ain't the same company that they used to be, especially when they used to make shit like Splinter Cell or even Rayman. They're just basically like Nintendo now, where they used to make good games, but their quality has significantly dipped. Maybe not to the extreme of how Nintendo was compared to Ubisoft, but they've both definitely fallen under grace. Yeah, fair enough. I think the Xbox version of Doom 3, when you play in co-op, is another Marine. I don't know if he's like related to anyone or anything. Technically, you can go for the co-op in Doom 3 on console solo, but there are some levels that you have to that was meant for another player, I guess, and it's kind of a shame that they didn't add it to the PC version, which I guess to be fair, it did come out after it. But it was certainly quite an experience. But at least, if we're being honest, at least it wasn't anywhere of a near low blow compared to a lot of protagonists. You know, it's not like the protagonist of Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil just beat up the other dude with a fucking club or some shit. But even as they say, the story isn't really that deep. I mean, yes, it sucks, but it's not a total deal breaker. And plus, you got those awesome powers, and not to mention the equivalent of the gravity gun. So it wasn't a complete waste. Though I think they replaced the chainsaw thing, which is kind of weird. Maybe, but it's I don't think it was a helmeted person in the co-op. I'll have to find a video of someone like actually playing for the co-op. You can see them when you go for the opening cutscene, which is basically like in the actual opening. Also, as much as I actually like Doom 3, it really does suck that only certain versions of Doom 3 on console even have Doom 1 and Doom 2. And I believe it was the Steelbook case version, which basically includes a bunch of extra videos and, of course, Doom and Doom 2. Probably the first real good console port of the game, but even that had its problems. The skybox are really fucked in Doom 1. The multiplayer was really shit. The deathmatches were basically unplayable because the pickups would not even spawn. And it was an interesting attempt, but it was pretty flawed. And I also believe, despite the fact that there was the two Xbox exclusive levels, Sewer and Betray, I think, they didn't really work. And that, I think the one in Doom, it would always put you back at the hangar, or hangar, whatever, and then the teleporter would not work in Betray, or the one in Doom 2, so it was just kind of really faulty design. And I don't think it was put in any other version of Doom and Doom 2. I suppose so. Well, technically Quake 3 Arena already got remastered with Quake Live, and that was terrible, if I remember correctly. And considering how much people loved Doom 3, I highly doubt people even care for Quake 4. It was just basically their version of Doom 3, but slightly shitty, I guess. God, I'm so used to picking Goku that I'm messing up and picking Android 18. I honestly don't know, and if that's actually true, that's fucking stupid. I wouldn't be surprised, though, because I think they wanted to have their own version of, like, a competitive Quake game that could be seen to the masses. So, I really don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bethesda cucked out or whatever, or whoever is in charge now. You can just, like, download Quake 3 Arena and get the split screen mod that has Hatsune Miku, I guess, or something that has Hatsune Miku or whatever, and it actually works pretty well. It's even better than playing Quake 3 Arena on the Dreamcast. And no, there's no actual Hatsune Miku in it. There's some mod that has an icon of her, but that's about it. And you don't have to like do anything fancy. Just drag the files in there, launch the executable, and you can play Quake 3 Arena in split screen. I don't know if it works with other mods, but just using the vanilla stuff, and even with the Team Arena expansion, it should work pretty much great. I know there was the Quake Arena Arcade for Xbox 360, and I did remember actually going for it and writing a review of it on DeviantArt, but the lack of split screen really does ruin the game in my opinion. It's, I remember I kind of liked it, but then it just, I guess to be fair, it was like, what, $5, so you weren't really wasting a lot, but I know that even compared to the PC version, it kind of felt limited in its own way. It's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, I actually tried playing Quake 3 Revolution on the PS2, trying to find a way to get the EA characters unlocked, and I did. And I was trying to find how to change the values of the costumes you get, because I guess the characters you play, you can unlock costumes for them. But I haven't found like the actual values, I think, but it's certainly an interesting way to play for the game, I think. Maybe not intended as how John Carmack intended, but I like to think it's a pretty interesting way of doing it. And with Quake 3 Arena on Dreamcast, all I know is that the Dreamcast controller, as great as it was, is just terrible. It's it's not a very good controller, unfortunately. It's just terrible. The only cool thing about it was the VMU slot. I almost said UMV. No, the VMU slot, but the D-pad was really terrible. But at least when you're playing something like Retro Arch or whatever game and you're playing on Xbox, it actually has the exact same button layout, so that's kind of cool. But it's just like it's a shittier version of what the PSP had to offer for a controller. Hell, you can even use a Dreamcast controller with the PSP. It pretty much has the exact same button layouts too. Your L and R, and then your face buttons, and then the one analog stick. Oh. But I didn't really like the Dreamcast controller. There are a lot of great games for it, but the Dreamcast controller was kind of ass. I'd hope so too, but I'm not going to really hold any bated breath. And Night Dive better not fuck it up if they choose to release it. I'm just mainly waiting for that Phantom Breakers Battlegrounds Ultimate game that's coming out, and no, it's not related to PUBG, thank God. I think it was one of the games I was looking forward to. I know that Bleach game came out, the one that was actually made, or had a hand by the devs who made Summer Kagura, so I'm gonna quote-unquote try it out. I heard there's some crashes to cutscenes though, which sucks, but at least my wallet will be safe from such things if you get my drift. Wink, wink. I'll probably get it secondhand at best if I do like what I see. But oh, did you see that video that Synthetic Man uploaded? He actually did a long-ass review of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm actually very interested in playing the first game, because it actually seems like a pretty grand time, honestly. Yeah, if you already bought the original on Steam, us console players get fucked. Haha. I think even Bethesda did that with Skyrim, ironically enough. They just better not delist the original like with Dark Souls, though, because that was really fucked. That was really fucky. But people defend us somehow. Especially with the seamless co-op mod that's coming out for it. All versions of the game except Dark Souls 2. That's probably just because of how the game works as a whole, but still. I really don't want to get into that, to be honest. But considering all the versions of Quake 3 there are, I really hope they do add in like various campaign mixes or whatever. Like, you could have one version that plays like the Dreamcast version, one that plays like the PlayStation 2 version and stuff, the version based on Quake Arena Arcade, the original. You could have like different flavors of Quake 3 Arena. And not actually take out shit to do with Power Slave, because that was really dumb. That's another game I feel like people don't really mention as far as them moving content, is that in the original Saturn version and then the PlayStation version, they basically give you like little abilities you get by finding the Team Doll statues. And not only did they add extras for the remaster, but they legit don't give you anything. You can't unlock Death Tank Sway, you can't unlock the original Death Tank. It's kind of pointless to find the collectibles in that game. And they also basically merged the console shooters. That is more of a Metroidvania than Dark Souls, unironically enough. Yeah, basically. They even throw in Quake Live, I guess, because why not? And then they throw the credits, don't ask us for Quake 4. Even people who dislike Doom 3, I think they would be pretty reasonably upset that they took out the multiplayer and the other shit from Bethesda's Doom 3, which is basically the BFG edition, but without the subtitle, and Bethesda tainted it, I guess. So now it's even more confusing. It's like you got Doom 3, the original game, then you got Doom 3 BFG edition, part of the, I think, 15th anniversary, and then you got Doom 3 again, but it's just BFG edition, but without the multiplayer. What the fuck? I don't have enough medals for Toe in a bikini. Yeah, definitely. Especially since Epic is so invested in Fortnite now. You know what's really sad? That even something like Unreal Tournament 3 had modding support, so people could just like put skins in there or whatever, but you still had a fun game to play. And even though Unreal Tournament 3 may not even be close to being the best in the series, it still plays like a grand old time. You know, you could like download skins to that shit and just have fun with it, I guess. That core aspect is still there. It's like icing on the cake for a good game. Even if it's far from the best Unreal Tournament game, I'm sure it would like go to what? Unreal Tournament 2004, I think. Or even the original if you're a purist, I guess. My only issue with Unreal Tournament 3, though, is that on the console versions it only allowed up to 2 players, which is a real fucking bummer. I think there's a modded piece that does allow up to 4-player functionality, but it's a little fucky to get working. But I can imagine that if you get that shit working, it will be a phenomenal time. It also sucks that they never bothered porting that Quake shooter on the console, at least. Oh, but nobody plays shooters on console. Well, that's just a load of bullshit, personally. You have something like Power Slave, GoldenEye, the other versions of Quake 3 that are on the consoles, or even Time Splitters, or even Metroid Prime. But oh wait, I guess that doesn't count because it's not a first-person shooter. It's a first-person adventure game, because that makes sense. Are you fucking kidding? That's just disrespectful. Even more disrespectful than the Doctor himself. What's next? I add that the block dude from Epic's first real game. I forget the name of it, but it was actually a pretty big deal at the time. Way back in the 80s of DOS gaming. I actually played it. It wasn't that bad, actually. Pretty cool for the time. It's just everything is made out of like letters and blocks and shit. It was like one of those ASCII games, the ASCII thing, but it's actually pretty alright. I'm gonna actually look it up because now my curiosity is piqued. As I'm trying to reach at least 100 or at least 300 medals for Pan and the swimsuit, which I'll get the swimsuit first, I guess. Let's see. I like how I put Epic DOS game on Google, and it gives me a bunch of shit that has nothing to do with anything. Shit. Here we go. List of games by Epic Games. Yeah, let me just throw these Destructo discs at Vegeta here. I was going to fight Janemba, but since I'm going to be doing this chill style, I figured why not. Oh, here we go. Zenless Zone Tiro. I mean, ZZT, yeah. It's for MS-DOS. Okay, I also said it was part of the 80s, but it's close enough, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, you have ZZT. It's actually pretty alright. If you can handle the DOS graphics, it's actually pretty alright. And it's also produced by Tim Sweeney, who I'm sure is kind of a big deal. Also, aren't they, I don't know, I don't want to say anything about Unreal because I want to come off as an unintelligent person, but it's, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Necros have been in like other games besides Unreal Tournament 3. That's really the only one I really played. I have the original version on PC, but it's not the Game of the Year version. There's actually a site I think I found that actually lets you make it compatible for modern OS. Though I think Epic also made their own version of this, so I guess it's an actual ultra rare W, as they said. They finally turned that monkey dial to W, and they actually ended up winning, I guess. What a shock. But yeah, ZZT is actually pretty alright. And I guess they made another one, Super ZZT. It's, if you enjoy DOS gaming, it might be, up your alley. I know I've also done stuff like Gears of War, but I just find that series really fucking boring. I really find it really overrated. The original had the same problems as like Halo did, where you have a one-player mode, a two-player cooperative mode, and a multiplayer mode, and you can only play 1/3 of the game if you're playing by yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me, I'm not super knowledgeable of it. I also do have the PS2 port of Unreal Tournament. Gonna try to go for that at some point. It's certainly something, but it's I believe it also does have, I don't know if it has keyboard support though, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's not a big deal breaker. I mean, times where it doesn't have it, I think it can live just fine. I remember someone complaining about the game, the original Unreal, like not save, like auto saving a game like every 5 seconds, because I guess some people consider manual saving to be like this flawed game design, or that people actually think that because the game has quick saving and quick loading, that the developers did not give a shit about level design or whatever the fuck, which really surprises me. It's like, are these people that deranged to think of such things? Like, that's an actual thing. Like, the fact that you can manually save your game is just proof that developers did not test their design. I mean, nobody who actually plays Fallout says that. And that's like a really well-liked game series. That's another thing. People complain about exclusivity. Where the fuck are the actual console ports of Fallout 1 and 2? You know, the games that actually matter? And not this Fallout 3 shit. Yeah, I know there's the other console port of, not a console port, there's some other Fallout console spin-off game, whatever. But I mean like the original Fallout games on console. Where the hell are those? Like, just because Bloodborne is on PS4 only doesn't mean that you can't... I don't know. I can't even word it right now, but I hope you know what I mean. I hope. Even games I don't even like playing that I think would be great if more people got to play it would be like having Rift Apart being on Xbox, or even, what is it, Retro City Rampage and Shakedown Hawaii being on Xbox. I think Shakedown Hawaii is a considerable downgrade in a lot of ways compared to Retro City Rampage, but I would think it would be great for people to be able to play it on an Xbox. Or even Dragon's Crown. Or having more games actually being backwards compatible. Ugh. But anyway, I gotta start getting into Salt and Sacrifice again. I have been kind of busy with other things, especially with the GT Online grind, and even trying to give Red Dead Online a serious chance. The economy in the game is fucking terrible, but I'll be willing to put up with it, I guess. Especially for a good friend of mine. Oh shit! I forgot to check that actually. Wait, was it released today or was this the other day? I'm actually gonna check the PlayStation Store to see how much they are. Oh, there's no Bloodborne 10th anniversary. Well, here's Armored Core. Oh, that's not good enough. Okay. And you call yourselves fucking From Software fans? Like, get out of here. $30 total. That's not bad, actually. Let me check. I hope it's not like Tekken 2, where you have to subscribe to their premium service, because that'd be shitty. Okay, yes, they are $10 a piece. You're absolutely correct. And I believe there's also cross-buy as well. So if you get it on PS4, you get it for the PS5. So that's not bad. They are pretty meaty games, so I'm saying. Even with like the original game, I ended up getting Master Arena because I was like the latest one, so that's why not. I know that the Master of Arena has 2 discs, so I don't know how that's going to be managed. But I do think it's actually nice that Sony is actually allowing those games to be released internationally. Especially since the original Armored Core games, back when the PS2 was a thing, I think only one of them was released, and the others did not get international release. So this is actually a pretty big W for people who actually liked Armored Core. Anyway, okay, I have enough to get one, so let's of course get the best one. Here we go. Oh yeah! Alright. Now that I had my gooning session, we can go and continue, I guess. So keep going a little bit more, I guess. Oh yeah, I also actually have to equip the artwork first, so we won't be bored in between loading screens. Isn't Verdict Day the one that was on Xbox 360 or something? There we go. Now that I equip the loading screen, we can get off in between loading sessions. I think it was also on PS3. I know the one I ended up getting was Armored Core 4 Answer, because I believe that was the one that had the 2-player dual mode, and I don't believe it was an Armored Core 5. Or its expansion, Armored Core Verdict Day. I'm also curious how you'll be handling the save data transfer thing, because I know there's also a thing where, like, if you went through Armored Core and then you went for the other games, you can basically transfer your mech over to the other game, so that should be interesting. So it's, I just hope there will actually be decent guides for it, now that people actually bother to play the games, even though it took, like, 2 near damn decades to care about From Software in that manner. Even though Tips and Tricks literally had a whole magazine dedicated to builds in Armored Core. Whichever one it was, I forget. I think it was Armored Core 2 or 3. I think those are the ones that are on PS2. Wait a minute, you mean PS2 as in the console exclusive game? What the fuck? I'm sure that even Armored Core at least runs at 60 frames per second though, and is much more optimized for the system though than Bloodborne. Whoa, buddy. I could check in the Mech Warrior, I guess, but I don't know about the newest one. I remember playing this really weird Flash game though, where like it was, I don't know how to describe it. Like you're playing as Higsby from Mega Man Battle Network, and you were driving this Mech Warrior shit or whatever, and you can actually walk into a Goomba and just like die or something. It was so fucking absurd. And I remember too because I looked up the sprites. Like it's the one from Mech Warrior, I think, or one of them. It could have been Mech Warrior or some mech game or some shit. New Guys had a lot of weird shit, honestly. It really does make me surprised that of all the places to migrate the content, though, it has to be on the website where anyone can view it. At least Newgrounds, honestly, has a more, what the hell is it called? At least you can actually filter stuff more properly. But I think as of DeviantArt, I don't think people would really care. Oh, Sandbox? Oh, you mean like Elden Ring? The thing that people hate unless From Software does it? What a shock. I could probably look into it, I guess. I think they're mostly on PC, I think, besides the one you mentioned. I could check. Go on the best site ever. Game FAQs. Or Game Facts. Show me the car facts. Or, no, show me the game facts. There we go. Oh shit, this might not even be the first game, but there was actually like a Super Nintendo port. It's pretty alright. Remember when StarCraft got like a Nintendo 64 port? That was funny. Let's see, it's also known as Battletech in Japan, which is interesting. Let's see, Mech Warrior. Let's see, 1988. Yeah, this game has really been around for a while. Let's see. Yeah, the original Mech Warrior's in PC. Mech Warrior got a Super Nintendo port. Third game PC exclusive. Compilation. Here's an arcade game that was released in Japan. Exclusive. LOL. There's another... Oh, there's actually... I don't know if it's like an exclusive game or if it's a port or something. There was one for Genesis and Super Nintendo. Hella well back for Mech Warrior 2. And the latest one is... Oh, here we go. Mech Warriors 5 Mercs. That's the... yeah, this is the newest one, I think. This one came out in 2019. Back when gaming wasn't in a complete shithole. LOL. The year 3015. Wow. That's, certainly not ironic at all. No, sir. I could look into it, I guess. Yeah, I saw it. My bad. It's, I'm actually on the release data list of game FAQs, and I've been looking through it. Yeah, now that I think about it, there should have been a Mech Warrior representation in Smash Bros. I mean, it was on a Nintendo after all, so why not? Oh wait, we can't have that though, because we're gonna have Joker in there from Persona. Oh well, I don't want to get into that. I don't know if I should like binge watching some movies while playing Persona 5, because I actually did buy the game on PS4. Like, that would be like a really crazy idea to actually watch a movie while playing a game that's mostly novels and dungeon-like gameplay, and it's like the latest one, I guess. Honestly, I don't really use Game Pass for the free games because if you run out of Game Pass, you have to download the subscription again. So I usually wait for the sales. I've been wanting to get Power World though because I kind of would rather play that than the Pokemon as of late. Even if it is just an Ark Survival Evolved clone, as to what Synthetic Man mentioned, but I think he did a pretty solid review of the game. And it could be, quote-unquote, expanding my horizon since I apparently don't do that enough, even though I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2, the online, which I clearly detested, but I've kind of changed my mind for reasons. I don't really enjoy playing it, to be honest, but I am trying to give it a fair shake. Yes, it is. You are correct. It did get a PS5 release. I don't know how LAN would work in that game, though. Or local area network. Like, even when it was first announced, like, I really wanted to play it. Excuse me. I just don't know which platform I want to get it on, to be honest. I know if I get it on Xbox, people who ever might find my shit could probably play it. And it's on Game Pass, although I'd rather buy it, to be honest. So I have the license, I guess. But if I get it on PS5, I could enjoy it whenever, though I have to make sure I have enough storage space for it. Ack. Dude, have you seen the Kano Casino drama as of late with them actually pulling a 180 on Phil and just completely fucking him over? Holy shit. I'll certainly say I was surprised because I'm like, why the hell are they trying to befriend Phil? And then while they were trying to do so, they finally realized it was just a piece of shit. So, sucks to be all of them, I guess. I know you mentioned how Triple P is kind of dumb for, what the hell is it? Making fun of his wife, or whatever. And I've seen some people saying that you shouldn't make fun of people's lives, or whatever. But I don't think, honestly, I don't think Phil would really care about this sort of thing. Like, okay, I probably worded it wrongly, but like, he wouldn't care about other people, but he would want other people to respect his boundaries and shit. I don't know. It's just really dumb, and especially with the recent shit that Wings has been involved with LOLCal, which I honestly don't even watch that shit. The only people I'm really interested in following is like Wings, Rich, and maybe DSP on the sideline, since I've pretty much seen it all. Honestly, like I've seen the Sons of Kojima shit. I've seen the was it the Evil AJ arc when he was still in Connecticut. Even was playing Metal Gear Solid 1. So it's even when Heaven was a thing, that was fun. I even have this shit on the archived on replays, and a lot of stuff that he talks about you could just relate to with what he does nowadays. Or even with Wings of Redemption, the whole Sean Rankin bit. So I've kind of seen enough compared to a lot of people with just learning the lore ever. There's probably a lot that I haven't seen, especially when people make those iceberg-like videos, but like, I don't really care much for LOLCal Live in that way, especially since even the stuff that Breaking Banquet doesn't upload is particularly interesting. Yeah, that's true. I didn't mean to word it in a dumbass way, but it's just. I don't know. It's I don't know. I can't really explain it without sounding like an unintelligent asshole, to be honest, but like a dude makes a video on Phil calling him the greediest streamer and he just gets all pissed off. Like, dude, you know you're fucking beggar. Like he has to beg like every fucking day just to keep his fucking gambling addiction in check. Like, come on, we're not stupid. You think we are, but we aren't. Yeah, it really is just one big circus. It's kind of like with The Sims. Like, even if you're like... I know it's a really shitty example, but they might have traits that make them slightly redeemable, but they're not exactly the best tools in the shed, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, people are like, oh, this is a rare Review Tech USA dub because he's owning Phil, but it's still... They're still a piece of shit at the end of the day. Yeah, basically. But I don't know. I just hate the fact that Phil is just a greedy piece of shit, and that if Rich didn't handle the way that people... If Rich would actually flow with the punches or whatever, I don't think he would be that bad. Like, people would say a bunch of shit, but then when it happens to him, whenever he gets really pissed off, it's just dumb. I don't know. And then Wings, too, is just, like, ridiculous. Especially the latest shit that happened on Lolcow with him pushing his wife or whatever. His fucking wife, dude. His wife. Like, what's wrong with you? And he has the balls to say that he's, like, someone that's bullying him. Well, he's certainly no better, even around people, even if it's a show that's, like, scripted. Yeah, exactly. And that was recent, too. It's not just something that happened, like, a decade ago. It's recent. So, he's not exactly on the winning team either. He just had one set that maybe made him look good for that moment, but that's about it. They're just clowns at the end of the day. But I was mainly interested in Kino because of them covering Rick, since I haven't found like a channel that like really talked about him in that way. So I've kind of been rolling around that for a bit. And then when they were like trying to be friendly with DSP, I was like, what the fuck? Do they know that this dude's a piece of shit? I would love it if they did cover Low Tier God, because I know that he's also a piece of shit. Saying that, oh, he's the most harassed man in the world. Like, that dude is nothing compared to DSP or Wings or even fucking Boogie or whoever. He's just mad because he keeps losing in fucking fighting games. That's all there is to it. Comes up with every fucking excuse under the book. I'm the most harassed... I almost said it. I'm the most harassed man on the platform. Okay, dude, sure. You just happen to match with people in fighting games even you yourself claim to hate. Come on. Honestly, I don't know too much about those two. I think Worski was in some other shows or something, and I don't know too much about Ashton. So I can't really comment on them, but... I don't know. It's, I just mainly watch them whenever they, like, cover Rich or something, and especially with the whole DSP thing, it might be good background noise and stuff to keep my eye on, but I'm not, like, hypersensitive on the stuff they cover, like with Ethan Ralph or Cyrax, the fucking Lin Kuei robot from Mortal Kombat. I don't care about that shit. It's not in my interest to follow such lolcows. Even with what's his face, Chris Chan or whatever they go by now. Like, that dude is just fucking crazy. Oh, actually, he's a woman. Well, no, I gotta get to the bit. To tell you the truth, I'm not really a woman. I'm a horse. To tell you the truth, I'm not really a horse. I'm a broom. To be honest, Diane, I'm surprised. That was back when Family Guy actually had some hilarity. Now it's just about as dried up worse than the fucking Simpsons. Oh well. But, I don't know. I don't really know too much about the... Yeah, that's what I try to do. I hope I don't try to spurg out about such things. Like, I'm mainly, like, having Tevin reruns and shit in the background while I do whatever, when I'm not busy, whatever. I occasionally try to watch Dark Lord Shadow 1, though. I know he did a pretty good review of Smile and Smile 2. Really shitty horror movies that have that message that people just seem to detest now, but is surprisingly reviewed well online. And I'm not really a horror person, so watching it on reruns probably won't really have any interest, but I know the message at the end is pretty inspiring. Basically along the lines of, even if people are dealing with legitimate struggle, movies like Smile do not get to tell you how to end your story. Because basically the message of Smile and Smile 2 is that if you have a mental illness, the only way out is by Minecrafting yourself, and that's just kind of fucked. And especially funny too, because people are like, they find a low-tier God meme funny, but then they actually praise shit like Smile and Smile 2. And it's just gross. Fair enough. I know that I used to follow Deadwing Dork, but I haven't seen any of his shit in a while. I know he made a really funny April Fool's video, which is really funny. It was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. Of him playing Dark Souls on the Switch. That was really funny. But I haven't kept up with him in a while. I remember there was this whole Cinebear Birdie drama that people should be looking forward more into, just considering how people want to argue about how Lolly and Shota is like the worst possible thing on the planet, and while what they were both doing is just actual scum of the earth shit, but whatever. It's just beyond fuckery. I don't know if you showed it on Discord or not, but I have this extension that I mainly use, YouTube, or not YouTube, no. Remove YouTube recommended and shorts, because I really hate seeing videos that kind of patronize me. And I mainly have playlists or videos bookmarked and just go to them every once in a while. Like, a lot of the bigger creators I remember watching, I just don't really watch anymore, or other channels I used to watch on the regular, I don't anymore. Like, I actually remember using to watch Mysterious Mr. Renner, but I just kind of fallen off from him. I know he had a really hot take about Turning Red, but whatever. I just liked his reviews and critical analysis on the abominable animations, I think they're called. Those I felt were pretty alright. I know there's other shit that he's done, but I'm just talking about in terms of what videos he put out. Then I know that, not Cinemassacre, but yeah, I don't watch James Wolfe anymore. His reviews just kind of got shitty. And especially since he said that the Mega Man special is going to be the last one, and also kind of sneak dissing on Mega Man Legends and Mega Man X5, which I don't really like X5, but Mega Man Legends slander is just ridiculous, even if it's within his character to do so. Nostalgia Critic I definitely don't watch anymore. That channel is basically dead. What other big ones can I think of? Oh yeah, I also followed out of Some Call Me Johnny. I haven't watched his stuff in a while. I know he used to make really good reviews, but I just haven't had interest in him or his Let's Play channel anymore. I read up on Kiwi Farms that when Corona was a thing, he would say, "Wear your masks," like it's some patronizing shit, and that just got annoying. Haven't watched Civi in a while, but I know that with that review we did of Duke Nukem Total Meltdown, I kind of stopped following him. And that shit he mentioned on Twitter, whatever. Thanks, Machiavelli. Thank you for your company. Hopefully it didn't annoy you too much. But yeah, I'll go ahead and finish getting the medals for the other artwork of Pan, I think her name is. Yeah, Pan. And then I'll do something else. So I went a few times to actually get completely nearly sent to death. Here we go. I still haven't done those other stuff, unfortunately. The Coliseum mode, I just have no interest in doing that. It just looks so boring and tedious, it's not even funny. At least I have enough to get the next one now, so let me go do that. But I gotta see what artwork of, I guess I'll look up the numbers, I guess, on this site, or something. And then just how to farm that particular quest. But I'm not gonna go too crazy, I just wanted those in particular. Alright, artwork and... Where the hell is the best girl? That is Pan. Here we go. Yes, I'm gonna use such language because fuck you. I looked through some of these and they're okay. This one has the characters in it, and Trunks is there, so fuck them. F you! Alright. Alright, let me go ahead and actually do one other thing. I think there was some menu where you can like no, not that. There was something that I could like change. No, not play data. No, not player list. Well, I definitely gotta equip the best one, of course. Yeah, discard fucking costumes. That's a good fucking idea. But yeah, wasn't there like a menu where you could like change what vehicle you're using? Oh, here we go. Lobby item settings. Here we go. There we go. Alright, there we go. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Supersonic mode. Oh. That's dumb. I'm going with Bilmus mode. There we go. Is there a reason we can't get these auras in actual battle, though? Like, come on now. And it also goes away when you're flying. Like, come on. That's gay. Nice ass, bitch. Alright. Whoops. Alright, let me switch it to this, I guess. So yeah, I had some company, which is good, so I'll go ahead and do what else I was gonna do. Make sure I got my preps ready on the Xbox One version. I know I have on the PS4 version. I did want to play that, but I guess the person I was gonna play with is unfortunately busy. Shit happens. But alright. Alright. Yeah, I guess they're busy. Oh well. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on in the Abyss, honestly. Not even really worth getting into, to be honest. But yeah, I'll probably do this off stream. I'll probably see what King is doing, I guess.